So, where do I start? First off, let me say, I've said before, Tom Hardy is one of my favorite actors ever. That dude can act his ass off. That movie was enjoyable from start to finish. It's a 2-hour and 20-minute movie. It did not seem that long at all. It felt maybe an hour and a half. But that tells a lot about how good the movie is when you don't feel like you've been there for that long. It's just amazing. It's everything that you would expect it to be or hope it to be. You can't really tell off the trailers because the trailers are very underwhelming, to say the least. But it was a very, very good movie. What I thought was pretty cool too is that when you're up at the desk getting your tickets, they have these comic books there, free to take. And that's really cool. Anytime something's free, that's a good thing. You know, see this that's a comic book, regular old comic book. So, yes, I am glad they had Tom Hardy. I feel if it was anyone else, it wouldn't have been as good. He's been getting crap lately about his movies because it's hard to understand him. I never have a problem understanding him at all. I don't see what the big deal is. Unless you don't understand English, that's the only reason I can see you can't understand him. I think his role in this movie just shows how expansive his acting is. He can be funny, he can be serious, he can be dramatic. It doesn't matter. He can do it all. And if you're a fan of Marvel, I'm more of a DC fan, but I've always liked Venom. So once I heard about this a while ago, I was like, okay, that's one movie I have to see for sure. I wasn't disappointed. There's actually, I'm not going to put spoilers in this. I will say this, Stan Lee makes an appearance towards the end of this movie. That's the only thing I'm going to say spoiler-wise. I think just that whole acting, all the actors in this movie were really great, spot on. The CGI in this movie was phenomenal. You couldn't tell what was fake and what was real. When they blur the lines of reality and like what's fake, they do a really good job with the CGI. The storytelling in it is awesome. It's everything made this movie what it is. It had the right amount of everything in it, from comedy to seriousness to dramatic to just suspense. It had everything. And like I said, it didn't feel like a 2.5 hour movie. It just didn't. It seriously felt like we got there, sat down, and the previews felt longer than the movie. Which again, that's not knocking the movie at all. It just tells you how exciting that movie is. I enjoyed myself from beginning to end. And I like that, and this is probably the other spoiler, they're leaving an opening for a sequel. So I can't wait for that one to come out. Rotten Tomatoes is only giving this a 32%, which I don't know why. That's what they're sitting at right now. That should be way higher. If you don't know what Rotten Tomatoes is, go over here, go to their website, Rotten Tomatoes, and they're a critic-based website. You know, they give their opinions on the movies, but I think if you're a fan of, you know, the Spider-Man and then the Venom, you're gonna appreciate this. They pull out all the stops and what you'd want to see. They're also saying this is a mediocre film. What the hell do these people want? You know, they could see the most badass movie ever and then still say it's mediocre. There's no making these people happy. That's why I don't like critics. If you're planning on seeing this video or this movie, if you're planning on seeing this movie, try to avoid the critics and reviews until after you see it, because you don't want to go into the movie with everyone's opinions and negative feedback to this movie, because then you're going to expect it to be bad. You know what I mean? Go in there like I did. I avoided all the reviews. I didn't want to read any of that crap because it's poison. Go in there open-minded and just see what happens. It blew me away. It was a lot better than I thought it would be. But if you can't help but watch or read reviews, make sure it's diverse enough to where you're not watching reviews that are all bad. Find the good ones in there too, because the bad's always gonna outweigh the good when it comes to like reviews or anything on the internet, because that's just how people are. I don't know why, but it is, in my opinion, 5 out of 5 stars. That may be a little high because I'm a big Tom Hardy fan, but take him out, is still a good movie. The visuals, the storyline, just everything in the movie was great. It's definitely eye candy for you action fans out there. There's a lot of action in it, a lot of fight scenes, a lot of good CGI, like I said. This movie was from Sony, so there's no wonder there how the CGI looks so great, because Sony is one of the best companies in my opinion. I'm just trying to get more of a I don't think it, I'm just looking at some reviews right here. Now, this is the first time I actually looked at reviews for this movie. I don't see what was bad about it at all. Like I said, if you're a fan of Marvel, then this is probably as close to perfect movie you're gonna get, in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a Marvel fan. I do like Venom though. I do like Deadpool. But I think, in my opinion, it's one of their best movies from Marvel to date. But who am I? But that's just my opinion, like I said. So, go see this movie if you haven't yet, if you want to see it, or if you never even thought about seeing it, but you got your curiosity aroused, then go see it. It's definitely a good movie. It has its funny parts, it's hilarious, in the parts that it is funny. And I think you'll be surprised. It's not going to be what you're thinking it is. So, that's my little tidbit opinion, whatever you want to call it. Give it a chance. You'll like it. I know a couple of you out there are like, oh, I want to see it, but I don't know. I'm going to wait for a review or something. I hope this review makes you want to go see it, because it is really that good. Honestly, it is. It's a very good movie. Like I said, action-packed from beginning to end. The visuals, the storytelling, the actors, just everything that you could want to make a good movie is this movie. Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, and Riz Ahmed. All good actors, all of them. I just don't understand the whole bashing of this movie. I honestly don't. And I guess you can't make everyone happy. But go see it for yourself and you be a judge of that. Don't listen to all these negative reviews. And if you are, make sure it's not one-sided. Do some digging and come to your own conclusion after you see it. I promise you won't be unsatisfied at all. So go check it out. I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm going to get ready here to do the 72 hours, episode 2. So be looking for that. Later, guys.
You should be extremely afraid.